Jitendra Mamtora is the CMD now joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out. Let's just address what's been happening with the stock price, because there has been a phenomenal rally. So I just want to understand, has there been anything that's changed fundamentally?
I can't understand this. I've never understood how the stock market moves. And it is surprise to me that what make the investors invest in my company. I fail to understand. Um, but there are definite plans for by us for the future growth. Not only, as I said in my last interview with you, that we are looking at the backward integration to take care of the small issues which are faced by the industry as a whole. So, maybe that can be one of the reason why people have started thinking that yes, there is the right decision to take, and maybe that may be one of the reason. But frankly speaking, I fail to understand this.
Okay, we'll skip on that one then. Tell us, what's the plan, Mr. Mamtora, going forward? Are you looking at any kind of tie-up with a global player or any fundraise that may be in the offing in the near future?
We are not trying to tie up with anyone because we have established ourselves as a major player, and we cover almost all the entire product range as far as the transformers are concerned. That's one. And now for the growth, we intend to put up a facility for the fabrication of the transformer tanks, which are in shortage worldwide. It's not only in India, but throughout the world, people are facing the problem. The prices have jumped by almost 50 to 80% based in country to country, whereas the raw material prices have gone up by only 2 to 3%. So this is, what we are looking at, and to be a reliable supplier to the transformer industry as well. For ourselves, our growth is there, as you see, for this year and the years to come. And the our requirement for the fabrication, we do something like 250, 300 tons now for ourselves. Rest we buy from outside, almost equal amount. Now we intend to put up a plant for manufacturing transformer tanks of something like 2,500 to 3,000 tons per month. So it's going to be a quantum jump, and it's going to be quite automated. It's not going to be a simple plant because we don't want to rely more on the manpower. And as far as the transformer tanks are concerned, it is manpower oriented like transformers. But the automation there is possible, so we go for automation without bothering about the present price of the automation. But it will pay us in a very short time. Then another is the radiator manufacturing, which we have a partnership with a partner. We are a major stakeholder there. There also we are putting up one automatic line for manufacturing, which will increase our capacity from 250 tons to something like 700 tons. And after establishing that and after maturing there, we'll put up another line within another 6 months. So that is another plan. And then there are other backward integration we have thought of, which I don't want to disclose at this moment, but it is going to come. And for this, we don't want to rely on the bank. We will infuse more equity in the company so that we become almost debt free. That's what our intentions are.
Okay, fair enough. Now, moving ahead, since that Getco issue had been resolved, what has been the impact on the company? Are there now new orders coming from Getco?
See, the orders can come only when there are tenders. Now there are no existing tenders where we can participate. So when the new tender comes, we will be qualified to participate in those tenders. And once we participate, as in the past, we have been a major beneficiary as far as uh, the order receipts were concerned in the past. So we will be having the same kind of market share as far as Getco is concerned. Earlier, we used to do something like 250 to 300 crores per year of supply of transformers to Getco. So that position will again come back.
The other thing I want to talk about is, the fact that India's growing power demand is clearly, evident. There's rapid electrification, green transition, which is, fuel the need for transformers. Domestic T&Ds, the benefit from the new investment cycle. Are you seeing further improvement in the demand environment? And what are the order inflows looking like? What kind of growth are you anticipating in your own order book, say for FY25 and 26?
See, now the majority of the growth will come from the renewable. And we are now, trying to get into that business in a big way. So we are expanding our facility to cater to the demand of the renewable energy. The smaller transformers and the larger transformers. Larger transformer, we are one of the major supplier, but we are not very aggressive as far as the smaller transformers are concerned, which comes in huge numbers. It's not one or two. It comes in like 50, 60, 80, 100, something like that. So we are putting up the automatic line for that, and that should be the production in the new plant, the new expansion which we are doing now will happen in another 5 months time. So with that, we will strengthen our position as a major supplier to the renewable energy. We have established as a reliable supplier to the renewable energy, and we will be able to strengthen by having our presence in that segment. So that's one. And then the green hydrogen, which is yet to come in a big way. So we will do that. As far as the transformers for the green hydrogen is concerned, green hydrogen and green ammonia, we are, as I mentioned earlier, we are the only recognized supplier to the industry, that kind of industry like rectifier transformers and all that. So that, and we are looking at the business with three major giants, Adani, Reliance, and Larsen Toubro as well. Beside the significant players like Renew and Avada, and so on. So I mean, there's a huge potential for this. And then we are gearing up to supply those kind of transformers to the industry as and when the demand comes. And we are preparing ourselves to cater to the demand.
All right. And what about the new leg of the transmission capex for the 220 kV long distance RE connectivity?
See, the 220 kV is not going to be there. It is going to be either 400 kV or 765 kV. Because 220 kV, the lines are becoming obsolete. Not obsolete, but they are for transmitting power at the lower level, in the sense that, the power which you can transfer through the 220 kV line is much less than what you can do in 400 kV, which is almost double with the same footprint of the towers. And 765 kV, when you do that, it is still more. So, people are going for, or, the nation is looking at the transmission sector in the voltage class of 400 kV and 765 kV. We are very much present there. And, in the coming time, we are going to strengthen ourselves by doing some modification in our existing plant.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in and giving us a view on how business is shaping up.
Thank you.
That's the word from transformers and rectifiers.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.